If you're currently dealing with pain, stiffness, immobility, fatigue, and you might be even have to depend on drugs, painkillers every day just to get by, and you're feeling shitty and lousy about yourself, you're starting not to want to go out, you're hiding yourself at home, you dread going out, you dread walking on the street because you cannot even hold your body up straight, and you're feeling really, really embarrassed and ashamed of yourself, then I want to ask you a question. Okay, are you waiting for someone to come and save you? Are you waiting for someone to actually come and save you from the tower, like the damsel in distress that you're pretending that you are? Because my dear woman, no one is coming. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you the truth. Maybe I'm not sorry, but really no one is coming. If you do not stand up for yourself and you do not help yourself, no one is going to come and save you. I remember the time 20 years ago when I was in pain, when I literally wrecked my knees and my back and my spine from wakeboarding and marathons. I was running around like a headless chicken, going to doctor after doctor, specialist after specialist, expert after expert, trying to get someone to save me. And I was spending so much money for consultation, not even treatment, just to ask for this test, that test, this x-ray and this blah, blah, and what MRI and what's not. And everywhere I go, I was so sick and tired of having people tell me that this is premature degeneration. There is no cure for it. You have to depend on drugs, painkillers, and you can consider surgery, which has a 50% chance of recovery, but then you may have your nerves damaged, and then you cannot sue us. You cannot sue the doctors for damaging your nerves because you have to sign an indemnity before the surgery. And so I was just, helpless and, hopeless, helpless. And I lost all my enthusiasm for life. I've got my apartment. I have a, fantastic career. I've got people who love me, but I couldn't enjoy any of those because I was sick. I couldn't walk. I lost all my confidence. I felt so embarrassed because I cannot even walk straight on the street. And I remember thinking to myself, at that time that I felt so lousy. And it took a few months of suffering in hell, right? Being in pain and then feeling embarrassed, feeling scared that I would die alone after I fall down. I might fall down and hit my head in the shower in the bathroom, and then nobody would find the body because I was living alone at that time. And going to all the different doctors, spending a bomb, and having people tell me that there is no cure and I have to go for surgery. I, got to the point whereby I was like literally on my knees. And I remember thinking to myself, at one point I decided that I'm not going to suffer. I do not want to suffer. I did not come so far to suffer, because I fought my whole life since I was a child to earn my degree and to get my banking career and to have the money that I've always wanted since I was a kid. And I cannot enjoy any of that. And I decided that no, this is not going to be my fate. I'm not going to accept it. And I realized nobody is coming to save me. I had to stop pretending that I'm the damsel in distress trapped in a tower like Rapunzel. No one is coming. And I have to find a solution for myself. That was my turning point. So my dear woman, similarly for you, nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You need to step up. You need to start to find someone that can lead you out of that suffering, that can help you to go from being in pain and agony, no confidence, don't know how you're going to live your next 5, 10, 15 years, fearing that you're going to lose the ability to walk. You're going to need to have to actually step out and allow someone to guide you out of that. Okay. And I'm going to be that one, because the results that I get from my women are radical. The kind of results that I get from my women are something that no physiotherapy, no TCM can achieve in 2 months' time. Last weekend, I just celebrated another of my clients who lost the ability to squat, and we helped her to regain her ability to squat for the first time in 5 years. And she's now dancing. Just 3 months ago, she could barely walk 15 minutes, limping, waddling in. And now she's totally different. She's a new person. She's looking forward to her life. She's amazing. She's gorgeous. She can dance. And that can be you too. So if you are now living in agony and you know that you are degenerating month after month, right? You need to stop that. whatever that you're doing is not working, the TCM, the physio, the money that you're spending, going to massage and all that, and it's not working, you need to know that that's madness. If you continue doing that, expecting something to change, is madness. Now, look, women, you have been through amazing, you have been through so many challenges. Many of you have raised children single-handedly. That's so amazing, you know, like you've given birth, sometimes more than one child, and then you raise them, right? Many of you are single parents, single mothers, and you've gone through so many challenges to get to where you are today. And now at the brim of your silver years, you are going to suffer disability. Are you going to become that 44% statistic that's going to be disabled, either with a walking stick or some form of a disability, having to depend on a wheelchair, having to frequently go to the hospitals every other 2 months to get checkups? Do you really want to be like that? No, you don't want to. You didn't come so far to suffer. Just like how I realized 20 years ago, I didn't come so far to suffer. I didn't fight for my degree, my education. And then I end up not being able to walk or having to go for surgery and then having my nerve damaged and being paralyzed, becoming an idiot or vegetable. No. And that's what I want to invite you, my dear woman, to start thinking about. How do you want to live your next decade? If you are 50 years old, if you're 60 years old, you have at least another 40 to 50 good years. How do you want to live, my dear woman? Do you want to live hobbling in pain, limping around in pain, having to go for treatment that doesn't really bring any results at all, having to consider being on a walking stick, having to be confined to a wheelchair, you know, being even a liability to your next generation, to your loved ones? Or do you want to be an inspiration to them? Right? How do you want to live? You got to think about it. You got to make a choice for yourself. And because if you don't think about it, and if you don't choose consciously right now how you want your next 40, 50 years to be, then you're going to be just slapped left, right, center, like the majority of women out there. And you're going to end up 44% that chance of becoming disabled, because that is a very real statistic. So if you don't think about it today, then you're going to end up like the masses, you're going to end up in that 44% statistic. And this is my mission. My mission is to bring women away from that 44% statistic. I've made it my purpose to keep educating, to keep sharing, to keep saying, and having all the difficult questions, all the difficult conversations, the uncensored conversations that nobody wants to talk about, right? I mean, you have gone through such an amazing, you've overcome so many challenges to get to where you are now. This is the time you should be celebrating your silver years. You should be looking forward to your silver years with confidence, with happiness. Your silver and your golden years, you should be planning which country you want to visit, right? Are you going to have a grandchild soon? How do you want to play with your grandchild? How are you going to inspire your children, right? By setting a good example. What are the hobbies you want to be pursuing? Do you want to learn dancing, right? Do you want to pick up a new skill like cooking? Like one of my ladies just went for a cooking class. Another one just went for baking class. It's like amazing. And this is how you should be living your silver and golden years, not confined to home because you cannot walk, having to think twice about going out because you have problem walking for more than 10 minutes, having to miss out on family bonding activities, being snappy at your family because you're always in pain, having to wake up and then have to take painkillers in order to get to work. No, it's not about surviving. Okay, you shouldn't be surviving your silver and golden years. You should be thriving. You totally deserve it. You have gone through so many challenges. This is not the time to suffer the rest of your life. No, now is the time where you consciously decide how you want to mature beautifully, gracefully, staying slim, staying attractive, feeling confident about yourself, fulfilling your purpose, doing what you are here to do, whether it's being a teacher, being a coach, maybe being an inspiration, being an example to your children, writing a book, traveling the world, setting up a blog, catching up with your old friends. So many things you can do. And, my dear woman, being stuck in pain and immobility and having to depend on painkillers is not one of those things that you should be doing. So no one is coming to save you. You have to step up and take the first step for yourself. Book a call. And on the call, we're going to come up with a plan for you. I'm going to show you the method. I'm even going to show you a couple of poses that you can do in water and on land that will help you start feeling better and less pain immediately. Okay? So, hope I've been able to serve you well. And thank you for watching. And really, I want to urge you to start to consciously think about how you want to live the decades to come, the next 1 year, the next 5 years, the next 10, 15 years. Okay? Sending you lots of love. Reach out to us anytime you have any questions. Book a call. The link is in the box below. I'll see you in the call. Bye.